Hey guys, welcome to the third video of this course. We're doing chapter 3, Enterprise Business Growth and Size today. We're not going to be covering the whole chapter though because it's very long and this took me a while to actually make. That's why there's a 1 week delay or maybe 2 weeks delay. But anyway, let's just get straight into it. All right, first, what you would know by the end of this chapter. Now, let me just get the pen out. Turn on the laser pointer, sure. Okay. So let's just go through what we need to know and why this chapter is so long. Well, this chapter will explain the benefits and drawbacks of being an entrepreneur, key characteristics of successful entrepreneurs, the contents of a business plan and how plans assist entrepreneurs, why and how governments support business startups, the methods of measuring business size, the limitations of the methods of measuring business size, why the owners of the business may want to expand the business, different ways in which business grow, the problems linked to business growth and how they might be overcome, why some businesses remain small, the causes of business failure, and finally, why new businesses are at a greater risk of failing. First, let's talk about enterprise and entrepreneurship. I changed up the structure of the lessons a bit because this one it's very long. So instead of doing definitions first and the actual content, I decided to just merge it together. So enterprise and entrepreneurship. What is an entrepreneur? An entrepreneur is a person who organizes, operates, and takes the risk for a new business venture. Basically, a business owner well, who starts up their own business. You can think of it like that. And of course, there are benefits and disadvantages of being an entrepreneur. Uh, I won't read them out because you guys can read it yourself. Just give you guys a moment. Pause the video if you need to. Then we have characteristics of successful entrepreneurs. And this might not seem very important at first and may seem like it is too much to remember. But in the paper I did in 2024, a question actually came up about it. I don't recall exactly what I said and how I answered, but I would recommend remembering this. It shouldn't be too hard to remember. I just put like a picture of the past paper question that I already did for my finals. All right, quick summary, entrepreneurs. That's quite quick for a summary, but anyway, it's just benefits are independence, income may be high. You can use your own skills and interests. Disadvantages, we have risk, lack of business experience, and there's capital needed. And then we have common characteristics, self-confident, creative, innovative, independent, effective communicator, hard worker, risk taker, and optimistic. Next, we have the business plan. A business plan is a document containing the business objectives and important details about the operations, finance, and owners of the new business. Here's another screenshot from the textbook. Basically, business plan just outlines what your plan does, the market, the location, everything you can think of about a business, and also the financial information, products you're selling. And of course, at the very start, it's going to be like a description of the business that you're starting up. Then you have another quick summary, and then we go on to so this is a case study from the textbook. It's an example of a business plan. You guys can have a go and read through that yourself. So this is just a quick section about governments. Is it about governments? Okay, I think it's about governments. So assisting entrepreneurs. How to assist entrepreneurs? Let's call it that. They will get help securing finance from banks, and banks obviously. Oh, actually, my bad, guys. This is how a business plan can help entrepreneurs. So it helps secure finance from banks since they require a detailed plan. And I think the key information is the financial details because the business needs to be able to pay back the loan. And then it forces careful forward planning, reducing business risk by identifying potential challenges. And we have reasons why the government supports business startups. Firstly, to reduce unemployment, as new businesses often create jobs, then to increase competition, new businesses will give consumers more choice and compete with established businesses. Also, to increase output as the economy benefits from increased outputs of goods and services. Once again, the economic problem from Unit 1. Then we have to benefit society as entrepreneurs may create social enterprises, which are usually non-profit. And then we have it can foster future large businesses. All largest businesses were small ones. Apple, um, Microsoft, Google, they were all small ones. Even Netflix. So yeah, it may grow into a large business, and then those benefits for the government will be even more significant. So, how does the government support business startups? It's basically what a new business would need: an idea and help, premises, finance, labor, and research. Have a go reading those yourself. And we have methods of measuring business size and their limitations. Firstly, let's talk a bit about stakeholders, which is basically just people who have direct interest in a business. So, who would find it useful to compare the size of businesses? First, we have investors, government, competitors, workers, and banks, respectively. Investors will need this to decide which business they're putting their savings into. Governments offer different tax rates for small and large businesses. Or not really offer, but anyway. Competitors need to compare the size and importance of other firms. Workers need to have some idea of how many people they might be working with. And banks need to see how important a loan is to the business and is compared to its overall size. Okay, new definition, capital employed. This is the total value of capital used in the business. So, the four ways a business can be measured. The most common are number of people employed, value of output, value of sales, and value of capital employed. They each have advantages and limitations. Uh, right, so these methods are quite self-explanatory, but in case you're confused, number of people employed is just the number of employees people business has, and this is easy to calculate and can be used to compare with other businesses. Value of output is especially common in manufacturing industries. It's just calculating how much the output is, i.e., this how much the stock is worth, and the products and or services that is produced by the business. Value of sales is often used when comparing the size of retail businesses, so resellers, people who buy products from a brand and then they sell it as well, not as their own, but they resell the product. How much total sales are worth? Yeah, especially their retail consumer products. Yeah, how much total sales are worth? And value of capital employed, like previously defined in the last slide, is the total value of capital invested into the business by owners, who are the ones that actually started the business, and shareholders, people who own shares of that business. They're basically the same people, but um, yeah, obviously one started the business and the other bought shares of the business. Anyways, these methods all have limitations. So what are they? Firstly, number of people employed. This is the limitation of this is that capital intensive firms employ few people that have high output, and it doesn't account for part time workers. Next one, value of output. High output value doesn't necessarily mean large size by other measures. For example, it may be expensive but few items, but there are few items. Yeah. Output value may not equal sales value. Value of sales may be misleading when comparing businesses selling very different products. For example, sweets versus luxury handbags. Uh, well, just to have a great explanation, sweets are, I guess you could say, sweets are very cheap and luxury handbags are very expensive. So the value of a single sale is very different between those two. Then we have value of capital employed. It's labor intensive firms, not capital, labor intensive firms employ many workers but use little capital. And then in conclusion, there's no perfect way to measure a business size, it is often best to use more than one method, or all methods, I guess. And just another quick summary. This might be the last slide for today. Yeah, so let's just talk about this slide real quick. Why businesses expand, benefits of growth. So basically, just higher profits, more status and prestige for owners and managers. Higher salaries are paid to managers who control bigger businesses. Lower average costs, which is something about economies of scale we'll cover in Chapter 19. Larger share of its market, the proportion of total market sales it makes is greater, gives the business more influence when dealing with suppliers and distributors, and consumers are often attracted to the big names in an industry. Different ways businesses can grow. And this is a very big section of the chapter. Well, I don't have anything next to it. So this will be covered in the next video. I made this video quite fast. We went through a lot of slides there. Well, maybe not that much, but it is still quite fast. So if you miss anything or you have any specific questions, go back, rewatch the video, maybe change the speed, slow it down a little bit. And then after that, if you still are unsure about something, then leave it a comment in the comment section below. So just a quick overview. Today and let me just go back here. So in this video, we covered, no, let me just turn off laser pointer. So in this video, we covered benefits, drawbacks of being an entrepreneur, key characteristics of successful entrepreneurs, contents of a business plan, and how to assist entrepreneurs, why and how government support business startups, the methods of measuring business size, limitations of those methods, and why the owners of a business may want to expand the business. So basically, we have these 5 points. Actually, this may be easier with a pen. So let's take this off. So I got benefits and drawbacks, key characteristics, contents of business plan, why and how, methods, and then limitations of those. And yeah, so we have these points left. Different ways business can grow, problems linked to business growth and how they may be overcome, why some businesses remain small, the causes of business failure, why new businesses are at a greater risk of failing. Those points will be covered in the next video, with this one being a really big one. There's a lot to say about that. The other one's not so much, but mainly that one. And yeah, so like I said, if you have any questions, you can leave them down in the comment section below. And thank you for watching this video. It was quite quick. I'm sorry for the huge delay there between the videos. We're not going to do any exam style questions because we're not done with this chapter yet. But if you do want some, you could have a go at the question I showed you earlier, just as practice. And I could mark it for you if you would like to. Paste in the comments section. But yeah, if you have any questions, just leave it in the comment section, and I'll see you in the next video. I can't guarantee it'll be uploaded tomorrow or soon because I have plans coming up, but I will try to get it done by next Thursday, and I'll upload the video. So yeah, thank you for watching. Also, thank you, the subscriber on the screen, for commenting. That feedback was very useful. I would try to incorporate that in my next video. If not, well, either my next video or the one about chapter 4, just so we can have it on the right type, because I don't want to do half the chapter 3 in PowerPoints and then half of it in with a stylus and iPad. So anyways, thank you for the comments. Thank you for being the first subscriber. I will remember you forever. But yeah, anyways, have a nice day, and I'll see you next one.